Hello, Vader5445 here, back with a new update video on a new glove that I got off eBay from the infamous Joe Williamson. I know I haven't done a glove video in a while, but here's a brand new glove video showing you the new glove I got. This right here, this glove is based off the glove seen in Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare, which is the 6th Nightmare on Elm Street film. As you may not know, I don't know if you guys know who Joe Williamson is, but he is the Nick from Nag of gloves. He's just like Nick from Nag, with his high ego and his nasty snottiness, crappy attitudes. That's who he is, just like Nick. But I'm not here to talk about him, so I'm here to talk about the glove. But here's the glove. Many people say he uses epoxy to attach the blades and ringlets, but this is not the case on this glove. It's all real 100% solder. Very well done solder. You can see it, the soldering, it's all solder. No epoxy was ever used on this glove. But there's one thing to note. The bottom index ringlet, he soldered it on a little bit too tight, and eventually it fell off because of it being too tight on my finger. So I resoldered it back on with my very first solder job. As you can see, the soldering, I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's the solder. You can see how newer it looks compared to the rest of the soldering on the glove. But that's one thing to note. Which tells me that his solder job is not as good as Christopher Gratner's solder job. But, yeah. At least he soldered and didn't use epoxy on this glove. That's a big step up. It has nice, fluid movement. I can basically close my fist with this glove, just like Freddy did in the beginning of the movie. In one of the first nightmare scenes, at the end he folds his hand like this, and you can do this with this glove just like it, perfectly. Okay, here's the glove again, the back plate, the finger stalls, all the soldering, the other side of the glove. The leather glove was a little bit cleaner when I got it. He barely weathered it at all, so I weathered it myself with acrylic paint, a little bit to it. And then I also torched it a little bit. You can see the bottom of the cuff. It's all nice and torched. You can see how the glove folds a little bit from it being torched. But there you go. This is the glove I got from Joe Williamson. Will I buy from him again? No. Because I have standards when it comes to gloves. My standard is of Christopher Gratner's from RageGloves.com build. And if their gloves are not up to his build, then I'm not going to buy from that builder again. That's just my standards. I have standards for gloves. I don't want to keep buying a bunch of gloves and having them all fall apart and whatnot. And yeah. So that's why I have standards. I go by Christopher Gratner for my standard. But this still is a very decent glove, and it's still a glove that I'm going to keep. It's still a glove that I do like. I really, really do like this glove, probably because I have a soft spot for the Freddy's Dead glove. I do. The Freddy's Dead glove is one of my favorite gloves. That's probably why I like this glove so much. Always wanted a Freddy's Dead glove. I finally have one, right here. I also did age the armature a little bit more with a torch. Make it a little bit darker than it was before. Yeah. I think Joe currently still needs to practice on weathering the leather glove and the armature a little bit more. Came a slightly tad too clean for my taste, but It looks good now. So there you have it. The Freddy's Dead glove that I bought from Joe Williamson. And this is Vader 5445 out, signing out and hoping Freddy is dead.